Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the War of the Gods. Just playing right off of where we went last time. I didn't even change off of this screen, I just decided to go ahead and keep recording. Alright. An unexpected event has occurred in Griffin Spires. What is with my people lynching wizards? Maybe they have a good reason. Okay. Next planned troop. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I was able to do that, but not as... I was able to do it by resources, but I don't have the holy points I needed. Unfortunately, you cannot get 11 holy points. You can only get up to 10. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, some of the... we're gonna go ahead and try Fear Tongue's attack. Just for fun. I don't expect him to win. I don't even expect him to survive. But things like the Killing Ground and the extra towers, those are actual things from medieval history. The idea behind the extra towers is just, well, more firepower and more area to cover with the firepower. The idea of a killing ground is it's a small section of ground, usually between two separate gatehouses. Occasionally it's not between two separate gatehouses. Sometimes it's just in the front of the castle. Basically, it's a section of the ground that you designate that you set it up so that in some way it slows down the enemy attack and basically makes them easy targets for your archers on the walls and the towers so that they can kill them on that ground. Hence, killing ground. But yeah, this is up to episode 9, I believe, for this particular playthrough. I think so. It might be episode 8, might be episode 10. I've lost count. But I'm pretty sure this is 9. The Airmore game went for 10 episodes. This one's definitely going longer. Because we haven't even taken down one of the enemy nations yet, and there's 2 of them to go through. I'm pretty sure our Coast Fail is actually the higher level one in terms of difficulty. Because if you remember way back in episode 1, when we set up this game, we actually started with an easy PC or an easy AI and a medium AI. I'm probably just going to keep increasing the difficulty a little bit in increments like that, just to give a bit of a challenge, a little more. What's the word? Tension. There we go. A little more tension in the games. Because, I mean... Well, actually, that's also why I switched off of Airmore, because it doesn't matter... Unless your troops draw strength from death and darkness, it doesn't matter how many armies you throw at Airmore. The more that die, the stronger they get. An Armorian god in the late game is very difficult to unseat if you don't know what you're doing, and the AI really doesn't all the time. They do some smart things, but I have honestly seen the enemy AI cast the exact same global spell 3 turns in a row when nobody casts the counter or dissolve the spell in any way. The one I'm thinking of in particular is Eyes of God, which allows you to see the entire world map. If you have stronger Dominion, it gives you more info, but you can see everything. You can pretty much see just about everything. Although, to be fair, it does have a very simple counter. Oh, good. Oh, wow, we even killed everything. Wait, no, we didn't kill everything. We killed their leader, though. Peacehaven. Did he just return? Did he just run? Bleeding coward. Actually, he's not bleeding, that's the problem. Oh, he just jumped straight to the back. Oh, wait, no, he did die. But... because he's a vampire. Oh, good. Okay, let's see, where are you, Fear Tongue? Oh, there he is. Yep. Being a vampire, he just can't stay dead. You're gonna start preaching. You're gonna keep building. And Killing Ground. There is no Dominion in Sodden Merc. We're working on that, though. Okay, I forgot. Empower Sacrifice 105 blood slaves so that our god can become strong enough to create more blood slaves. Again, recording this just past 11 o'clock at night on December 21st. Actually, it's almost 11:30. I still have some shopping I need to do. And I might have actually found my... Once I actually get a picture of it, I might have actually found my channel icon. Because it's fitting in its own way. Because I am very twisted in a way, but at the same time, it's kind of a... You'll see what I mean. I may have to describe it, but we'll see. I just need to get a good picture of it. I might use my webcam for it and modify the picture myself. And as for the tip you see right there about it being possible but unlikely to get back from the Inferno or Cocytus, those are two realms of hell. The Inferno is obviously what most people are going to think of. It's fire, brimstone, lots of red devils with pitchforks trying to kill you over and over. Cocytus is actually a reference to Dante Alighieri and the Divine Comedy, although more accurately in this case it's the Inferno. Cocytus is the lowest reaches of Dante's circle of hell. It's the 9th circle. Actually, that's not entirely true, but it's one of the rivers of hell in some modern interpretation. It is the river of I think it's the river of lamentation. But it is the old saying, when hell freezes over. According to some theologians, it already has, because that's what Cocytus is. It's the frozen section of hell. Oh wait, no. Cocytus is actually, I think it is actually the name of the 9th circle, with the 3rd tier of the 9th circle, the final level where it's Satan himself, is. I think, yeah, that's called Judica. And before you ask, no, Judica does not have anything whatsoever to do with being Jewish. It's named for because if you read the Divine Comedy, or if you read the Inferno, where Dante is describing describing Satan's prison, he is frozen in place from the waist down, trying to use his wings to get out, but the wings just keep the ice frozen. Satan is described as having 3 heads. The 2 heads on the left and the right are each chewing on 2 great traitors. One of them is Brutus, Marcus Brutus, known for the betrayal of Julius Caesar. I forget who the other one is, but the middle head, the most vicious of them, is actually chewing on Judas Iscariot, the betrayer of Jesus Christ. I'm not actually Christian, but I know my mythologies. Well, except for the fact that I can't remember who the 3rd head is chewing on. Face, not head. He doesn't have 3 heads, he has 3 faces. There's a difference. Oh boy. So, ooh, fire gems. Not many, but hey, 2 free fire gems. It's free fire gems. Okay, now what we're going to have our god start doing is he's going to start using the Bowl of Blood. Yeah, you see, if you try and do stuff without the amount you need, but... you have same for Sea Untamed. I'm just gonna let him cast it as he wants. What this will do is, this is specifically tailored to look for founts of blood magic power. So this is supposed to this is looking for stuff that will generate me more blood slaves. Because I need more. That went a little more demonic than I thought it would, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get one more episode of this in tonight. Record some more Terraria, because I record Terraria in 20-minute increments. I record these in 25. The reason that none of them match up to 25 and 20 and whatever. Actually, no, the Dota 2 thing is just based on how long the match goes. But one second. Excuse me, folks. But the reason that all of these episodes are 26 minutes. When I edit them down a little bit, because I do a little bit of editing to cut out a little bit to start. But the reason that it's because I talk for about an extra minute at the end to get all of the extra info out that I need to. And hey, if you want, please click the subscribe button down below. That'd be great. That'd be nice. I've gained quite a number. I've gained a few subs here and there. It's good to have. Oh man, I forgot to give Angelique her new troops. I mean, she's not going to have all of them just yet, but let's. And I'm also not expecting to get any generators from this. If I do, great, that's awesome. But like I said, I'm not actually expecting to, because I've mentioned before that finding blood slave generators is actually really hard. I think that's why Bowl of Blood I think that's why it even exists, is because Akashic Knowledge. I don't think it hunts for blood slaves. I think it only hunts for the elemental as well as death. Elemental, astral, and death. That's what it is. And yes, I am lumping nature gems into elemental. So I mean, if you've ever been out in the middle of a major storm, you know nature is an element unto itself. Although in this, I guess nature is less about like forests and wildlife and more about just life itself. It's more the elemental force of life to counter the death. Whereas astral is, if you know modern mysticism, astral probably represents the elemental force of the void, or if you know about the five rings as laid down by Musashi. I didn't expect to find any. Back to research. Although, okay, let's see, construction. Very powerful magic items. What can he actually forge now? The Dragon Scepter, the Demon Whip, the Bloodthorn, the Rod of the Phoenix there. The Hell Sword. Neat. Going Berserk is not very useful, unfortunately. Starshine Skullcap. Red Dragon Scale Mail. The Boots of Youth. Oh, the Black Heart is actually really useful. Okay, actually I need to forge that too. Get a blood pearl for my god. So 2 turns and then he can forge that. Okay, you know what? And then what we're gonna do is I don't really know, because there, that should do. It's not a perfect solution, but it should help. But yeah, speaking of, I spoke about the Total Warhammer series last episode. One thing I'm planning on doing, I'm gonna probably turn that into a more edited series. So cut out a lot of the building crap that I'll have to do, because you do have to build a lot in that game, and you have to do a lot of management. Whereas I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be tuning in for watching giant armies clash and watching fantasy races have their homes torn down and burned around them. That's actually one thing I'm looking forward to about Total Warhammer, or Total War Warhammer as the official title goes. is how they're going to implement the flying units, especially the flying mounts. Because if you watch the reveal trailer, or not necessarily just the reveal trailer, but it seems like all of the races are going to have some kind of flying mount, like the Empire with Karl Franz is going to have his Griffin Deathclaw, whereas Grimgor Ironhide is of the Greenskin Horde, the war boss of the Orcs, is going to have some dragon mount. And then in the cinematic reveal trailer, we also see what is very obviously Manfred von Karstein riding what looks like an undead dragon. Not sure what the dwarven one we've seen as well, because in the dwarf trailer you see things like gyrocopters, which begs the question, because in the Chaos reveal trailer, we're not shown very much. We're shown a soldier running away from something. You're never quite sure what, only to be confronted by a giant hell beast. I don't know the name of it. But we're never shown like flying mounts, I don't think. I'll have to go back and look at the trailer again to check, but the big selling point to me of the Chaos Warriors trailer was the narrator, because I'm pretty sure that's actually going to be Archaon. If you don't know anything about Warhammer Fantasy, Archaon is what's known as the Ever-Chosen. Basically, he is the chosen warrior / avatar / champion of the four major gods of chaos. So he's got strength from Khorne, toughness from Nurgle, visions of the future from Tzeentch, and I don't even want to know what he got from Slaanesh. You really don't want to know. You really don't want to think about that, because Slaanesh, at least in 40k, I know this, was quite literally orgied into existence by the Eldar in 40k. Maybe by the elves in fantasy, because elves and Eldar are basically the exact same thing. Water gems from... Ooh. Killed the scout. Okay. I'm just going to let these three squads do what they want. Your job's going to be stay behind your troops. Wait a minute, what the... Oh yeah, that math doesn't work out. No, I'm not going to... Oh wait, no. No, wait, it does. 4 blood slaves, yeah. It does work out then. I was doing the math in my head and that did not work. Okay, we're gonna forge the blood pendant. The reason I'm forging the blood pendant is so that he can cast a little bit farther with blood magic rituals. And I know I'm delaying getting the blood vortex going by using my blood slave count to make things and cast the bowl of blood, but if bowl of blood turns into something, like if it actually gives me more generators for blood slaves, then I'll actually get them faster. So say it cost me 5 to use bowl of blood. If I get something that generates 3 per turn, in 2 turns I've made up the cost, and over time it's going to work out a lot better. That's economics. The economics of blood magic. True facts. I'm turning into the American version of Nerd Cubed. Oh god. I'm kidding. I actually do enjoy Nerd Cube's videos. He probably doesn't even know I exist. But hey, live and learn, and then get loves. I had to say that because frankly, anytime I hear the phrase or say the phrase "live and learn," that commercial pops into my head, or the tagline. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a brand of diaper. Actual infant diapers, not adult diapers. I was going to say, Randota is Random Dota. War of the Gods is me babbling for an hour. Well, actually, not an hour, about 25 minutes, just under half an hour, so. But at this point, we're up to, like I said, I think we're up to episode 9 on this one. Still a lot of fun. The fun part of getting the new computer is going to be transferring all of my games and data over there. Actually, the biggest issue is probably going to be transferring my BattleNet stuff and my Fraps account. Because for those of you that want to know, I do use Fraps for my recording, and it's I think I've only got a license for one computer. I hope I can transfer it later on. I don't know, but the company that makes Fraps seems pretty intelligent about that kind of stuff. So looks like we might have gotten into a couple of fights here. That last one didn't last very long. I think it lasted maybe 5 rounds. And those were pretty rapid. I do make TV tropes jokes. I will do that because I use this site a lot. I actually use TV tropes more than Wikipedia nowadays for gathering information. Also, one game I'm definitely looking forward to when it comes out is XCOM 2. Ooh, that's going to be a fun one. I loved XCOM. I loved the recent XCOM game. Okay, Bayville is gonna... I'm gonna need Bayville. Something to be done about Bayville. Where's a... Okay, Fear Tongue, go to Bayville. That's your job. Oh, okay, he's got a fire shield. I thought he was fire resistant. Oh, he is. Yeah, anything that does less than 63 damage to him, anything that does less than 63 fire damage to my god is basically not going to do it. Is literally not going to do a damn thing. Okay, couple of turns. You're going back to researching for now. Okay, 2 turns until level 7. Could use the Forge of the Ancients. But what I really want is level 8 so that I can start creating artifacts. But next turn I'm going to have him cast Bowl of Blood. Because what that'll do is that'll take it down to 2. Then when I gain 3 the next turn, I can just cast it again. I mean, that is, of course, barring the... that is on the off chance, or that is on the very likely chance I don't get another generator coming up. I don't expect to get one just because, like I've said so many times by now, finding blood generators is really difficult. We'll see. Checking the clock. Just under 2 minutes left on this episode. The biggest issue I'm having with the cold I have right now is just that my nose is stuffed up. As you can probably hear with me sniffling. Also, that is a capital O for monthly forging in this game. So if you want to play, there's a key. There's a shortcut key for you. Don't say I never taught you all anything. Although to be fair, I try to be educational to a degree. Although to be fair, the only real lesson I taught last time was the basic idea of the tiers of military in the Imperium of Man in Warhammer 40k. And this time I taught you how to make a god of. There's actually a joke in the 40k fandom. There's a saying, a battle cry, for the god of war, bloodshed, and murder. It's blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. And then there's a fandom joke for Slanesh, who is the god of hedonism and excess and all that junk. A lot of other stuff too. Where the joke battle cry is porn for the porn god, smut for the smut throne. I cannot make that up. Actually, I can, but I didn't. Alright. That's the end of the episode, folks. as always, remember, if you like the video, please feel free to, or if you like what you see, please feel free to like or favorite the video, or leave a comment down below. If you have, and again, if you have tips on how to help, if you have tips to help out with making Marignon a stronger nation, let me know, please. I do read those tips. I do put them to use. It takes me a little bit from y'all's perspective because I record in bulk. But if you want to see my Terraria series, please go check out that series here on the channel over in Wild Terraria Fridays. They're all going to be in that playlist. If you want to see just some more fun Dota action, tune in tomorrow for the continuation of Ran Dota. Be a fun match again. At least I hope so. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. And again, I hope you guys want to tune in April for the start of what I'm hoping is going to be a great series. And hey, if you have a friend that you think would enjoy some of this stuff, send them my way. I'll never send it to more viewers. As for that, folks, I have been D. Good night, and good gaming.